Hello and welcome to Smart Kit Designs. Whether you're a small business owner, freelancer, or side hustler, keeping your finances organized can feel overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be. In this tutorial, we'll show you how to set up and pilot your bookkeeping spreadsheet, step by step. You'll see how each tab works so you can track income, expenses, taxes, mileage, and more all in one place, without needing complicated accounting software. We'll be using the dark mode version in Google Sheets for this demo. You may want to adjust the zoom level to fit your screen and make the text easy to read. Try a few sizes to find what works best for you. At the bottom of your screen, you'll see the Spreadsheet tabs. Use these to navigate between sections. Alright, let's dive in. Starting with the Instructions tab. This is your quick start guide for the entire spreadsheet. Here, you'll find a link to this video tutorial, access to both a fresh template and a filled-out demo template, and a detailed, step-by-step written instructions with examples and screenshots. Take a few minutes to read through the guide. It explains how each tab works, how to set up your data for your business model, log transactions, and make account transfers or balance adjustments. You can easily navigate between sections using the top navigation links. Before we move on, let's make sure your spreadsheet matches your local settings. To do this, click File, then down the bottom of the list, click Settings, then select your local and time zone, and finally, click Save and Reload. Once you've reviewed this tab, let's head over to Setup tab. The Setup tab is the foundation of your spreadsheet. Everything you enter here will automatically fill other parts of the sheet, keeping everything consistent and saving you precious time. First, select your currency from the drop-down. This currency will be used across all tabs and calculations. Set your accounting period by choosing the start month and year. Our sheet is built to allow you to choose between two accounting methods, calendar year and fiscal year end. A calendar year is identified by the year it starts. A fiscal year is identified by the year it ends, known as the fiscal year end. Your selected start month should align with the accounting period your business uses. If you follow a calendar year, select January as your start month. If you follow a fiscal year, select the month your accounting period begins. This can be any month except January. For example, calendar year 2025 covers January 1st, 2025 through December 31st, 2025. If you set your start month to April 2025, the template will treat it as fiscal year 2026, covering April 1st, 2025 through March 31st, 2026. Once you've set your accounting period, you can add your categories. Up to 30 income sources like website sales, Amazon sales, affiliate commission or Etsy sales, and up to 30 expense categories like COGS, advertising, office supplies, software, or license and permits, amongst others. Then list your accounts, type like checking, savings, credit, cash, etc., plus their balances at the start of your accounting period. Set your net profit goals for each month over the next 5 years. Net profit is calculated as gross income minus gross expenses. You can also use the notes box at the bottom for business goals or reminders. Once setup is complete, let's move to the Transactions tab. The Transactions tab is your financial heartbeat, every income, every expense, all logged in one place. Any additions or updates in this tab will populate automatically across the entire spreadsheet. So, keeping it updated and accurate is key. Here's how to add a transaction. Enter the date of the transaction. Dates highlighted in red are out of the 5-year profit period you set. Transactions can be logged in, but won't appear in reporting for that accounting period unless you change the period in the Setup tab. Add a transaction or invoice ID number. Select whether it is an income or an expense. Your category drop-down will adjust automatically. Enter the gross amount, tax received if you log an income, or tax paid if you log an expense, and add any fees or shipping that apply. The sheet will calculate the net amount automatically. Select the account that is being credited or debited and add an optional note or detail about the transaction. You can sort or filter any columns by date, category, amount, or account. Now let's talk about adjustments. The Adjustment tab keeps your records clean and accurate without cluttering your main transaction log. This tab is broken down into two sections, Adjustments and Transfers. Adjustments are for any corrections or special entries you need to log that aren't regular income or expenses, like a refund from a vendor, a reversal on a duplicate charge, or a year-end adjustment. Log the date. Dates highlighted in red are out of the 5-year profit period you set, unless you change the period in the Setup tab or update the date of the adjustment or transfer. Then log the type of adjustment, whether it is a credit or debit, the account to debit or credit. Enter the amount to be adjusted. And, optionally, but recommended, add a description to keep track of updates. In the Transfer section, you can log any transfers that consist of moving money between accounts. Enter the date of the transfer. Select the account being transferred from. Select the account being transferred to. Enter the amount of transfer. And, optionally, enter any description for reference and to keep track over time. Let's go over to the next tab, Account Balance. With the Account Balance tab, you'll see exactly how much money you have across all accounts at any given time. No more guessing or scrambling to check multiple platforms. There are two views, Current Balance Breakdowns and Balance by Date. The Current Balance Breakdowns table is fully automated and shows current balance, starting balance, deposits, withdrawals, adjustments, and transfers. Next, you can search balances by date for any account. To search a balance by date, select the account. Enter the date range. Dates highlighted in red are out of the 5-year profit period you set, unless you change the period in the Setup tab or update the date of the adjustment or transfer. Once you've set the date range, the table will auto-calculate the start balance on the from date, the total deposits, withdrawals, adjustments, and transfers between the two dates, and the ending balance on the due date. Next, let's review the Automated Dashboard tabs, starting with the Monthly tab. The Monthly Dashboard gives you a clear snapshot of any month's performance for income, expenses, net profit, so you can spot trends and act quickly. Just select the month, the year, and select either net or gross amounts for income and expense. All tables and graphs will automatically update based on your selections. Let's move to the Annual tab. The Annual Dashboard shows your big picture performance for the year, including progress toward your profit goals. This tab is great for tax preparation and year-end reviews. Simply select the year, gross or net income, and gross or net expenses you want to review. Everything updates instantly. You can also click the down arrow to switch view between top income sources, expenses categories, or cash account balances. Now, let's review the 5-year tab. The 5-year dashboard shows your financial growth over a longer period and helps you track growth over time, spot patterns, and plan for the next stage of your business. See whether you are over or under target for your net profit goal progress and identify the highest spending categories and top income sources at a glance with a 5-year breakdown summary table. The 5-year period is automatically set from the period you've set in the Setup tab. Simply select net or gross amounts for income and expense values. All tables and graphs will automatically update based on your selections. Click the down arrow to switch view between graphs and get a full picture of your business performance for the period. Next, let's move to the Custom tab. The Custom Dashboard is a flexible option to see results for a specific date range. Maybe to track a special project, event, or promotional period, you can do that here. Simply enter the start date and end date for the period you want to review. And select net or gross amounts for income and expense values. All tables and graphs will automatically update based on your selections. You can also click the down arrow to switch view between expense and savings rate to get deeper insights. Now let's move to the Tax and Fees tab. The Tax and Fees tab automatically calculates the taxes you owe and the fees you've paid based on your transaction data. The dashboard provides a breakdown of all sales taxes, fees, and shipping costs for both income and expense transactions. It's especially helpful for setting aside the right amount for tax season and understanding your true costs. Just select the year you want to review, and the spreadsheet will update automatically. Now, let's review how to log and track your mileage deductions in the next tab. The Mileage Tracker helps you log all business-related travel, providing an accurate, tax-ready record of your mileage or kilometers. The spreadsheet will calculate your total distance and reimbursement amount based on your set rate. Start by selecting between miles and kilometers. Select tax year. In the mileage deduction table, set the period. You can list the year or keep the current labels tax year 1, tax year 2, and so on. Enter the start date and end date and the rate per mile or per kilometer. Standard mileage or kilometer rates are updated every year. If you are based in the United States, these rates are available on the IRS website or on the official website of your country or state government. Now, scroll down to the log section. This is where you will record all your trips by adding the date of the trip, the number of miles/kilometers traveled, the account that was debited, and the destination and purpose to keep track of details of the trip. Everything else will update automatically. At the top of the tab, you will have a summary to review your mileage and estimated tax deductions at a glance, and the totals charged by accounts. Next, let's move to the Balance Sheet tab. The Balance Sheet tab is essential to your bookkeeping practices. This tab is not directly connected to the other tabs, so you have the flexibility to manually adjust the data to reflect the current balance of your assets and liabilities. The top summary helps you gain instant insight into your 5-year business performance through key financial ratios. They reveal if you can cover short-term bills, how much you rely on debt versus equity, and whether your assets outweigh your liabilities. They also show how much working capital you have left to operate and grow, helping you spot risks and plan with confidence. Right below it, the table is where you will manually log your assets and liabilities to build out your balance sheet for the accounting period set. Enter values for each asset item in the current, fixed, long-term, intangible, and other assets categories. Enter values for each liability item in the current and long-term categories. And finally, enter the values for any owner's equity items. The spreadsheet will calculate all totals and list financial ratios at the top. On a balance sheet, your total assets must always equal the sum of your total liabilities and shareholders' equity. This is the core accounting equation that keeps everything in balance. Therefore, in the Balance to Zero section, all the amount but be equal to 0. Next, on the right side, you can generate a ready-to-print balance sheet by simply replacing company name with your own and by selecting the year from the drop-down menu to the left. And that's your complete tour of the Bookkeeping for Small Businesses spreadsheet. With these 12 tabs working together, you have everything you need to track income, expenses, taxes, mileage, and account balances all in one place. The beauty of this system is that once you set it up and keep it updated, it does the heavy lifting for you, giving you clear insights, accurate reports, and the confidence to make smarter business decisions. No more last-minute scrambling at tax time or guessing where your money is going, just organized, stress-free bookkeeping that works for you year-round. Be sure to revisit the Instructions tab if you need a refresher on how to use the sheet. We hope this bookkeeping spreadsheet makes tracking your finances simple, clear, and stress-free. If you have any questions, reach out. We're always happy to help. If you love the spreadsheet, please consider leaving a review. And if you haven't grabbed yours yet, Get your copy from the link in the description below. Thanks for watching. Here's to making your numbers your superpower.